Today on Camp Outside, we're going to take a look at a lithium iron phosphate battery. We're going to take a look at the WattCycle 100 amp hour mini. Guys, this battery is awesome. I'm super excited to use it. Let's get right into the review. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Camp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. You know, I have been looking into lithium batteries because of all of the different things that I have going on here at the channel. Number one is we're doing a solar build for the cargo camper where we're going to put 1200 watts of solar on the trailer and a battery bank, as well as a DC to DC charge controller, a big 2000 watt inverter. Doing a whole lot to the cargo camper to make it more able to do, boondocking basically, where we don't have electric hookups. So really excited about that. And so I was looking at different battery companies. I stumbled upon WattCycle, and what really caught my eye, guys, was their 300 amp hour mini batteries. And those are awesome. So I'm gonna be doing a review on that real soon. But I reached out to them because I was just interested in their product line. I've also got a couple of boats that I want to switch my trolling motors over to lithium batteries. And so I've got a lot of needs for lithium batteries. But I reached out to them and they offered to allow me to review their 100 amp hour mini battery. So they sent this to me, guys. I did not buy this. I did buy their 300 amp hour minis though, which I'm going to be doing in a review. But anyway, they sent this to me. So I want to thank WattCycle, first of all, for sending me this battery and giving me the opportunity to test it. I'm super excited about it. Guys, let's talk about how it came first, right? Because, I'm not going to do an unboxing. Obviously, it's already unboxed, but, it comes, obviously fully assembled. It's got caps over the terminals, which is good. It's got a nice handle, which is removable. You can remove the handle if you want. I never do. They'll lay flat, and it's, you don't have to go finding them when you want to lift them in and out of stuff. But not only did the battery come just fine, but the way they shipped it was really good, guys. So, here's basically the packaging. The battery came wrapped, in a bag. And it definitely has a lot of the, foam padding, to hold it in. So it came really well shipped. I was pleased with that. And then, it does come with a user manual. And then one of the things I was really excited about, guys, and I've actually pulled some out of this bag already. But what it comes with is some terminals, and not only does it come with the short terminals, but it also comes with some longer terminal bolts, which is great because if you're only hooking up one wire to your battery, you're going to use the short, terminal screws. And if you're hooking it up to, if you have multiple things, like if you're stringing a battery in parallel, so you've got connections between the batteries, and then also connecting it to whatever you're powering, you may need the longer terminal screws. So I thought this bag had both of them in it, but I've already used this battery a couple times because I wanted to test it out and use it a little bit before I did the review. So I've got to go find those terminals. I think they're sitting over by the charger because like I said, I've used it and discharged it a few times and charged it back up. So love the fact that it comes with two different size terminal screws, because I've got to tell you, I have some batteries from a competitor, Wise, and they only came with one set of terminal screws. So if I needed longer terminal screws, I'd have to go out to a hardware store and find them. So really cool. And then they also come with these little plastic caps that cover the tops of the screws, so that when you're plugged in, the only metal that is exposed on the terminal is really what, the least amount possible, right? Because you have to have some of it when you're connecting to the wire and that kind of thing. So significantly limits the chance of a short. One time I was hooking up batteries, and these were old AGM batteries for a truck winch, and I dropped the wrench into the box that the battery was sitting in and proceeded to short out a battery and sparks flew and almost welded the wrench to the terminals. It was a whole scene. So really like the fact that you know, there's opportunities to limit the chances of an accidental short. So aside from all that, guys, so that's how the battery comes. The first thing I want to show you guys is the size difference between it and a standard 100 amp hour battery. So I just so happen to have my 100 amp hour Group 31 battery, and you know, this is the size of a standard Group 31 battery. And then here is the Mini. So a lot shorter. Let me go ahead and pan the camera down. Right, so you can see a much different size, you know, in the Mini. So let me turn it sideways here. Let's see if I can get it. Gotta get them on camera here. There we go. So you can see just the size difference. You know, that's on the back of both batteries are flat against the back. And then we turn it, you know, so almost same height, right, between the WattCycle and the Group 31, but obviously considerably shorter and a little bit narrower, right? So same amp hours in a much smaller capacity. So this is awesome. So the real question is, do we get 100 amp hours out of this form factor? I'm sure the answer to that is yes, but we're going to find out. We're going to hook it up to a capacity tester right now. So before I hook this up to the battery capacity tester, I just wanted to show you the difference in the terminal screws, because I was right. My terminal screws were over by the charger where I left them. So here's the short terminal screw, and there is the long terminal screw, and you get a set of each. So really, really awesome, because like I said, if you're connecting big, thick wires to this and multiple wires, you know, you're going to want those long terminal screws. But when I'm just connecting my battery capacity tester and I need something small, those short terminal screws are perfect. So I'm going to get this hooked up here, and then we're going to set up the battery capacity tester and see if this thing actually has 100 amp hours in it. I'm pretty confident it does, but we're going to find out. Okay, so thinking I've got everything on the screen here. Here's a great view of those little terminal caps. So as you can see, it really limits the amount of metal exposed to protect against a short. Everything's hooked up. This is my MakerHawk battery capacity tester. This is an inexpensive little battery capacity tester I bought off Amazon. If you want to see a review of that, I'll put a link up in the upper right-hand corner where you can check out the review of this. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to run it, and it's going to do a capacity test. It's going to take a while to withdraw this 100 amp hour battery. And then at the end, it's going to tell me how many amp hours and watt hours it was consuming. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see the screen, but as it's hooked up, it's reading 13.3 volts. And as we get this going here, we're going to go ahead and do the test. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this up to about 150 watts, because that is about the max of this unit. So it'll just be under 150 watts. And we're at 137 watts. I'm going to turn it up just a little more. There's a coarse adjustment knob and then a fine adjustment knob. And if it goes over 150 watts, it will shut off. So we want to slowly creep it up there and get as close to 150 watts as possible without it overloading. All right, so we're right about 149 watts. I don't know if you can read the screen. We're reading 13 volts. We're drawing 11.4 amps. We're at 148.7 watts approximately. We've withdrawn 0.26 amp hours so far, 0.27. That's 3.61 watt hours. And our time clock has started. We're at about 1:40. So we're going to let this run until this completely drains, and then we'll see what our amp hours are. All right, guys, it's been 8 hours, 55 minutes, and 56 seconds since we started the test. I don't know if you can read the screen here, but let me just tell you, the BMS is shut off, so it's reading 0 volts, 0 amps. Here are the numbers: 102.9 amp hours and 1,307.77 watt hours. Guys, it passed the test. This battery advertises 100 amp hours and 1,280 watt hours. It nailed it. Well, guys, there you have it, the 100 amp hour mini battery from WattCycle. You know, there's one thing this battery is missing, and that is Bluetooth connectivity. But guess what, guys? WattCycle has released a new version of this battery that has Bluetooth. So if you don't need Bluetooth, you can get this one. And if you want Bluetooth compatibility, you can get the one with Bluetooth. So really cool. I'm gonna put links to both down below. Guys, they're affiliate links. I am an affiliate for WattCycle, so if you use my link to purchase, it doesn't cost you anything extra. It's a great way to support my channel, as I get a little commission on the sale. And guys, I have a promo code down below where you can get 6% off your purchase. So be sure to use my promo code, and that way WattCycle knows you saw it on Camp Outside, and you get 6% off. So pretty cool. I want to give you some dimensions on this battery. So just looking at the instruction manual that they gave me, the weight of this battery is 20.94 pounds. Let's just round it up to 21 pounds. It's pretty light, but you know, all batteries are heavy. Lithium batteries are a lot lighter than their lead acid and AGM cousins, but you know, it's not super light, but pretty light as far as batteries go. And then the dimensions are, it's 9.02 inches by 5.43 inches by 8.19 inches. So again, I showed you the difference between it and a Group 31 battery. Much, much smaller. This is fantastic for a wide variety of applications, guys. I want one of these for my little 14-foot John boat. So I have a little 14-foot John boat, and a lot of times I just troll around on a little 12-volt, 30-pound thrust trolling motor, and a battery like this would probably last all day, and it would be super easy to load in and out of my rowboat. So that might be one of the uses of this battery. I also plan to build a portable power system of my own. So like, think of like a Jackery or a Blue Eddy or something like that. I'm gonna build my own with a 700 watt inverter, an onboard battery charger, a whole kinds of things. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually put this inside that build. So stay tuned to the channel for that. But there's a lot of uses for these little 100 amp hour minis. And guys, they work great if you just need a 100 amp hour battery, or you need a couple 100 amp hour batteries in your camper. Why not get it in a small form factor like the Mini? This is awesome. There's no need to buy Group 31 size 100 amp hour batteries anymore. Just get this. And guys, if you want a lot of capacity, I've got a video coming out soon on their 300 amp hour Mini. Guys, it's just slightly bigger than a standard Group 31 battery, and it packs 300 amp hours. I tested it on the load, on the capacity tester, and it bottomed out at, I think, 304 amp hours in the battery. Incredible, guys, and they're only 50 pounds. So a lot lighter than if you were running three, you know, Group 31 100 amp hour batteries, and you know, just a lot more space saving. Awesome, awesome batteries. I'm going to put 2 of those in the cargo camper. I'm super excited. So stay tuned for that video as well. Another thing, guys, is WattCycle sent me a lithium battery charger, so I'm going to be doing a review on that. So stay tuned for that. Guys, I got a lot of stuff coming from WattCycle. I'm really, really excited to be partnering with them on all of my lithium battery builds, because let's face it, getting outside, you need portable power. Lithium's where it's at. So, you know, really I have no complaints, guys. It did everything that I wanted it to do. It does a full, actually over 100 amp hours. It does a full, actually over 1,280 watt hours. It's in a small form factor. It was shipped well. It comes with both, you know, short and long terminal screws. I mean, what more could you want in a battery? And like I said, guys, if you want a Bluetooth version, they got it, linked down below. So WattCycle, I want to thank you for sending this to me. I'm super excited about it. I'm excited to get this review out. Can't wait to do the build and feature this battery in that portable power station build. I think that's going to be awesome. It's going to be great for that. But guys, if you have any questions at all, drop some in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Or you can connect with me on my other social media. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and X. Or you can connect with me at my website at kempoutside.com. And again, affiliate link below to this WattCycle Mini. Guys, if you like the video, hit that subscribe, ring that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos, and give me a thumbs up on this video. It greatly helps the algorithm. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.